Hello everyone, this is Ron from High Tech Legion, and this is the ICY DOCK MB153SP-B hot swap 3.5-inch SATA hard drive backplane module. And just to shorten the name, this is what they call the Fat Cage. ICY DOCK now has nicknames for all their products, just so it's much easier to, of course, recognize them when you see them on the market or when you're ordering them online. Simply put, this converts 2 of your 5.25-inch external drive bays into 3.5-inch SATA hard drive bays for hot swapping. And so to open the package, we can see what we can find inside. This is, of course, a simplified version of their other hot swap enclosure. This is also lighter. Alright, so here we have the Fat Cage MB153SP-B 3-in-2 SATA hard drive backplane module. I have the packaging. Clearly see, comes with 2 bags of screws here. One is for your case, for installing the Fat Cage inside your case, and one is for installing the trays, your hard drive inside the tray. So let's put this aside. Also take a look at the quick installation guide here. A fold-out installation guide in multiple languages, shows you the contents and how to install inside your drive and also inside your case. So let's take a look at the layout here at the front. You can see the front face there, and it has ventilation holes and also the locking bar across it. So if you just flip it like so, it pops out. This is actually the way it will look like. The top, this is with the top area right here, and that was the bottom area. See the indicator LEDs here on the left when you have a drive populated in there. And let me just pull it out so you can see what it looks like inside. You have, of course, since we just unboxed it, it comes with silica gel to absorb any moisture that might go in there. So these SATA connectors in the back plane there. And we'll go over the overview first before we go into the installation guide. Trying to install a drive here. And here at the top, at the back, you have also a diagram of the pinout here of the connectors here in the rear. Notice that there are 3 SATA connectors. Of course, support SATA 3G connectors. And also you have a pinout there for the access port. And you have also it has the top 3 ones are for access, and the bottom 3 ones are for the mated ones. You have the 3-pin fan connector or the 2-pin fan connector. And the cool thing about this is that the fan included here, it uses a 3-pin, but you can also interchange it with any fan you want, 80mm fan, just in case you want to swap it out with something quieter or something you have already. You can use a 2-pin fan or a 3-pin fan, so that's very convenient. Also, in terms of power, instead of using Molex, they use a pair of SATA power connectors for both 15-pin. Of course, it saves a lot of power. You don't need to have 3 SATA connectors, especially if you don't need to get a converter for your power supply. You don't need any power supply that has more SATA connectors if you don't already have that. So for powering 3 drives, you only need 2 SATA power connectors. And of course, the fan is in a configuration so that it pulls the warm air from inside and exhausts it out. You can remove it if you'd like. If you're going to run SSDs, for example, which don't really require a lot of cooling, you can just take the fan out if you need some space. And here on the left side, you can see there that it has that mounting area at the bottom so it can fit inside your case. Similarly on the other side, 5.25-inch mounting area. You can use the screws. And here at the bottom you have a plain area. And what you do now is I'm going to take a drive and show you how to install a drive inside the ICY DOCK Fat Cage MB153SP-B. Alright, now we are going to install a 2.5-inch SSD inside the Fat Cage MB153SP-B. And of course, this is a 2.5-inch form factor, and this is a 3.5-inch form factor. So we are going to need something like this. This is the ICY DOCK Easy Convert MB882SP. And all you have to do is, of course, slide it down, lift it up, slide in our SATA SSD down there. And immediately, once you pull it down, it automatically becomes a 3.5-inch drive. See there, same form factor. And now we are going to need, of course, a screwdriver to screw it inside the backplane cage. And if you take out the drive tray there, you can see that it has that stabilizing bar there, kind of like a placeholder. But so we have to unscrew that out of the way first. I've already unscrewed the one here at the top just to save time. And of course we need the screws for the trays. It's labeled so here on the package, and you just take your drive, or here in this case is the Easy Convert enclosure from ICY DOCK, and we just take one of the screws, screw it in place. Note that you can see that there are three mounting holes down there. Of course you want to use at least 2 in there just for full stabilization. It's 1, 2. I'm only going to install 4 screws total, just to save time. Well, you get the idea. Well, usually I would recommend to install more than screws, but it should be enough. 1 on one side, and take out more screws from the pack. Note that each tray already comes with 2 screws, since it is used for holding in the placeholder. There you go. And now we have our drive completely secure, except for this last screw here. Also see that the tray itself has an aluminum rail there, and of course aluminum for dissipating the heat better. Also the body of the cage itself is metal, so it's can absorb more of the heat. So there you go. Make sure that when you install it, you have the SATA connectors away from you, away from the front, so that when you push it into the backplane, it automatically fits. So here we go. Just push it in. Simple as that. Of course, that's when you're inside your enclosure. That's another matter. Here, we take it out. Simple as that. Just press down the lock until that bar comes out, and then pull it out. And the cool thing about it is that this Easy Tray is exactly the same as the one used on 10 other devices from ICY DOCK. For example, this one is, let me just put this cage aside. You have here the ICY DOCK MB153SP-B slimline enclosure. Note that they look slightly the same, except this one has more ventilation for the front, but it will definitely fit. See there? Same kind of pull out Easy Tray, and all you need to do is put in your closure there from your backplane cage so that can fit. There you go. Interchangeable from, of course, your external drive, and you can even put it back into the backplane cage again. Very, very simple.